What's going on, y'all? It's Big Facts again, coming at you with another video. So what the heck is going on in Hong Kong? The battle for Hong Kong continues as the mainland Chinese government gradually erodes the autonomy of Hong Kong. Now, in the news, we've seen Rockets NBA team, the Rockets general manager, Daryl Morey, who ignited some geopolitical, flames when he had recently stupidly tweeted out, made some tweets and some remarks about the Chinese government and its pro-democracy, and the Hong Kong government, or the Hong Kong people and their pro-democracy protest movement in Hong Kong. All right. So he made some tweets in support of that, basically chastising the Chinese government. Then recently, again, we see the same thing happen with a gamer who goes by the name of Blitz Chung, who recently wore Hong Kong protester-style goggles, in the face mask, basically declaring "Liberate Hong Kong, the revolution of our time," which is the leading slogan of the Hong Kong demonstration. Now, people are probably wondering, what the heck is this Hong Kong demonstration? Why are they boycotting Blizzard? Because Blizzard, I guess, chastised Mr. Blitz Chung and took away his prize winnings for his comments. Now, this is why I labeled this video, "If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense." A lot of times people want to support and get all emotional and support, these liberators, these protesters, or the people who want to go ahead and talk down upon a government, but what they're doing is they're fighting a losing battle. They're not taking the time out to actually study the geopolitical implications off of what they're doing, okay? So I want to give you guys some background so to help you understand this all, so you can get the reason why things are the way they are in Hong Kong, all right? So recently there's been an extradition bill sent out by the mainland Chinese government out in Beijing, and they want to be able to extradite all protesters or all dissidents in Hong Kong back over to mainland China for trial. Now, you're probably asking, well, isn't Hong Kong, autonomous? Don't they have their own sovereignty? Well, the answer is yes and no. See, Hong Kong was once once controlled, and was once a British colony. Now, in 1997, the British handed over Hong Kong back on over to the Chinese, which they regret. They wish they never did that. So after they did that, Hong Kong has been basically the capitalist portion of China, but not necessarily a part of China, because they have their own police and legal system, despite them being, part of China. Now, Hong Kong has always been westernized. They've always been capitalistic because of their British influence. And that actually has seeped into the mindset of plenty of the Hong Kong people. Now, the youth there, particularly the millennials there, they don't even see themselves as Chinese, all right? Polls there, many of the youth there see themselves as Hong Kongers, all right? Only 3% of themselves identify as being Chinese. So they have their own culture. They have their own way of thinking. They're not communists like majority of the mainland Chinese people, all right? They at least don't at least support the communist regime. However, China has gotten stronger, all right, from this time. So strong that Beijing, the capital of China, they have now infiltrated the legal system in Hong Kong and have appointed top officials in Hong Kong that are loyal to the Communist Party. So slowly they've been eroding at the autonomy of Hong Kong, because part of the deal that the British had with handing over Hong Kong back to China was they had to keep the autonomy of Hong Kong for at least 50 years. But that has been quickly eroding, especially, when it comes to the economics. Back to what I say, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense, all right? Because in 1993, Hong Kong represented about 27% of China's GDP. Now it's less than 3%. See, back in that time, when everything was booming in Hong Kong, where they had all the capitalistic influence, China couldn't really press them. They couldn't really have them do their bidding. Now that they don't have the money, they don't have the economic sway they once had, now their freedom is in jeopardy. And all these companies, like the NBA, Blizzard, they get that. They understand that. But the people, the consumers here in the United States, because a lot of it's coming from this leftist ideology, they do not understand that, hey, these organizations that you support, they only care about the bottom line, which is money, dollars, all right? They could care less what's going on with the people down there in Hong Kong. They don't want to piss off the Chinese government. Because President Xi Jinping of China, they have a China Made in China 2025 initiative, which they don't want nothing being threatened at all. So really, he's in power for perpetuity. Like he's in power indefinitely. And he wants to be able to put to rest any Hong Kong dissidents that are going to jeopardize his plan of bringing China to the forefront of the world. All right. Now, that's why he wants to be able to extradite all of the dissidents in Hong Kong on over to the mainland China. And that's why they were going to try to suppress any organization, any multinational, any entertainment groups that want to come into China and support these, basically be agents of chaos to the Chinese government. And quite honestly, I don't blame them. I really do not blame them. And I don't blame these organizations for siding with the mainland China, because when you look at it, Hong Kong is lost. Hong Kong is lost to the mainland Chinese. They have no say-so. They're going to swallow them. And sooner or later, China's going to set their sights on Taiwan. They're going to take it over. The Chinese mean business. All right. Just look at the population. Hong Kong has a population of 7.3 million as of 2017. And when you look at China, 1.3. So simple business. Why would you piss off a population of 1.3 billion only to appease 7.3 million? Doesn't make any sense. No sense whatsoever. Now, I'm all for human rights. I'm all for that. But the people of Hong Kong got to realize they are Chinese, are part of the Chinese government. The best thing that they can do for themselves, the best thing is this. Not by protesting and being agents of chaos, but they need to find their influence economically. They need to be able to flex their muscle economically, because economics is what moves everybody. You have to show these companies, these Western companies, that it's worth backing you. And right now, it's not. Right now, all signs show that, hey, you need to support the mainland Chinese government. So Blizzard, taking away the funds from this guy, I mean, it sucks. We should free Hong Kong and all. But hey, Blizzard sees that, hey, there's more money coming in from the mainland China than there is, supporting a bunch of rabble-rousers in Hong Kong. The NBA, same thing. That's why they they went on a huge apology tour, because the NBA sees that, hey, we're trying to go global and we're not trying to piss off, one of our major global partners, which is China. So Daryl Morey sending out those tweets, it's very idiotic. And it shows the lack of geopolitical understanding many Americans have. People, the world is on fire. Things are heating up. You have things going on in the Middle East, now in China. People have to be cognizant of that. But moreover, it's all about dollars and cents, baby. All about dollars and cents. And if you are not an economic power, or you don't show that you're going to benefit a company's bottom line, a multinational company's bottom line, they have no support for you whatsoever. March, protest all you want, tweet all you want. That's not going to make any change. That stuff only has influence here in the United States, really, quite frankly, to a degree. But out in these other sectors of the world, it doesn't. So you guys got to look up on this. I want to hear what y'all have to say. Like, comment, subscribe down below. I'm out.